Madam Chair, I think our finance director is, went through all of the slides in terms of the budget, and I believe that there's a lot to still digest, and I think it would benefit all board members to take some time on their own to digest and ask questions, offline, so that when we have our next meeting, that we would be able to make a good course of action as to how to reduce the $2.1 million gap.
So I want the public to understand that we are in a huge dilemma right now. We have 7 members up here on this board, and no one wants to cut anything at this point in time. This budget was unanimously approved by this board to support the students of Spotsylvania County. And to support the students of Spotsylvania County, we want to do a pay increase for our staff so that we can continue to have the best and the brightest employees. So right now, we are looks like we're at a standstill. And we are going to have to balance this budget. So as I appreciate what Mr. Braswell said. Now we have some information so that we can kind of look over it. We have another budget work session on Monday the 3rd, again at 6:30. We do not have to adopt the budget that night. We do have a board meeting the following week. But the sooner the better, so that we can get our staff's contracts need to be sent out. Ms. Grant.
That's all I was going to say, is that although we don't like to rush into things, we definitely should focus on tomorrow or on next work session so that we can get contracts out.
That is absolutely my thought.
But I wanted to point out that I appreciate the struggle that the board is having with making reductions. You all agreed to what is in the budget. You went over it. You poured over it in making these decisions. So it's not surprising that it's difficult to commit to making any reductions. I also can understand that it's difficult to commit when over a 2-year period we just don't have any additional funding at the local level to put towards any operational costs. Since the first budget that I had the honor to build back in 2013, the first 3 to 4 years of those budgets at the front end involved reductions or streamlining. Then after that, when we were trying to assemble additional staffing based on our needs and salaries, we continued to compensate in the area of non-compensation. We continued to get down to the bone in terms of our cuts. We are, but what I've realized over time is that there probably will never be enough that we can cut to, I guess, in the eyes of some, justify the needs that we have. But that is a process that we do every single year, every single day, and we'll continue to try to do all that we can to find ways to fund the most essential priorities that are aligned with our division strategic plan.